What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Welcome to a brand new car. Welcome to Forza Horizon 5. Welcome to another video. Yeah, in today's video I want to mess around with the brand new car that they've added into the game, the newest 911 GT3R. This, of course, as you can see, is a proper race car. We've already had a previous generation one of these, 991, and that was really good. That was a very good car in this game. But now, of course, we have the newest one, 2023 model, and I'm gonna do the same sort of tests as I've done with the old one. Just try and see what sort of lap times this thing is capable of, completely stock, and then see what we can do with this thing once it's like more maxed out, I guess. So I'm gonna buy a bunch of stuff and slap them onto this thing. To get this car, 20 points for this week, the winter season. Pretty easy to get, yeah, this is the car. This is the car that you get. So I wanted to have a look. There is a track that I've tested out the older 911 GT3R on, and I want to try and do the exact same thing with this one as well. And it's on the Edel circuit, or Edel circuit, however you want to pronounce it. If I can find it, it is somewhere over here. There it is. Boom. And it got a 129.14, I think. So I'm going to try and see what this thing is like compared to that car as well. 565 horsepower, 543 newton meters of torque, weighs 1,540 kilos. Yeah, it should be a fun car to drive. It's already, I'm pretty sure, on race tires and everything. It's super wide, very aggressive stance. I'm not going to do anything to this just yet, so I'm not going to even adjust anything on this car. No aero, no nothing. I'm just going to leave it alone and just drive it like this and see what it's like. And like I said, I want to try to see what sort of lap times this thing can put down. I'm, of course, going to try my hardest, but obviously we'll see what we can end up with. First lap is going to be more of like a little standing start lap, so nothing really crazy here. This car is S1890, I'm pretty sure. I don't know what else we can really do to it to make it perfect S1900, but it is going to surpass that 100% once we start doing a bunch of other things to it, like probably even engine swapping this thing. I mean, grip wise, it just feels like a race car. It just feels like a proper race car. It is, obviously, but I'm just saying. I'm gonna try and take a look at this car in a little bit more detail as well once we finish this. But since I'm out already, out of the garage, I thought we might as well try and test out what the handling is like on it first, and then I'll go into it and have a look at this car in a little bit more detail. It's so planted and so easy to drive. You can definitely slap more power into this car. I think it should be just fine with it. Alright, so 129.143, I think is what it is, or 134, something like that. 139.1, let's just say that. And that's obviously with a rolling lap, so let's try and see if we can squeeze that time out. Try to drive a little bit better as well. Third gear on this car is absolutely perfect, though. You can go into corners flat out, and it's just fine with it. You can come out of corners as well, flat out, in third as well, and it's just perfectly fine with it. It's such a nicely balanced, gearbox. Like, there is sometimes where you have way too much power on one of the gears, and you immediately start to slip. Whereas this thing is just perfect. Nice. Nice and easy now as well. Try not to upset the balance too much, because you can very easily upset the balance of this guy and get it to slide. Which, of course, we don't want that. Even exiting corners, I'm just trying my best to like keep it as as smooth with the acceleration. The slower corners, I mean. 128.6. Already faster. So I was gonna say this corner I'm gonna slide around, but I went a bit too fast and I was like, let me try and correct this thing, so I just did full on lift off oversteer, the front end just starts pushing in. You saw how easy it is to actually just step this thing sideways. It's a very good car. 128.6. Very, very solid. For an S1 car on this track, very, very good. Without me doing any sort of adjustments to it, so... Of course, what I can possibly do is I can add a little bit more aero and stuff like that, and I can get this thing to be even grippier around the higher speed corners as well. The thing with that is, it kind of gets rid of the top speed aspect. That's the one thing that this game I feel like needs. Something that Gran Turismo has somehow made it absolutely perfect. And that's DRS. DRS is something that the GT3 RS, for example, has. Like, you can stall the wing. It's such a cool little feature. You just press your, like, thumbstick in. I think where the horn is supposed to be, if I remember correctly. And it just activates DRS. It is so perfect. So the thing is though, this game also has a feature that you can obviously change, you know, to go to track mode, to high speed mode and stuff like that. Why can't you just use that same feature to access, like, the DRS mode? Or just adjust it? I feel like that would be such a cool thing for them to add into this game. Keep it a second instead of first. I think if I keep it in first around that corner, I'll slip like crazy. We'll try to keep it pretty much in check as much as I possibly can. I think this will be an alright lap as well. Something similar to before anyway, I'll tell you that. Alright, what are we looking at for time? Jesus. 128. Pretty much flat. Yeah, this is a quick car, boys. Very, very quick. The lap times were so consistent. Like, I can see where I'm making mistakes and I'm going slower, but, like, overall, the lap times were super, super consistent. Okay, we'll take a 128. Pretty much dead. That was very, very good. I do like this thing a lot. It does drive really well. It drives very similarly to what the older one does. Like, it's really, really similar. It just feels like a little bit more planted and a tiny bit better. Let's go over into the garage, or into the dealership, or whatever you want to call it, the auto show. I want to have a look and see what this thing is like in Forza Vista mode, because it looks beautiful. Like, look at the lights, look at the detail in those lights. I mean, I know that Porsche's always had the oval lights at the front, but the intricacy on inside of the headlight just looks crazy though, doesn't it? Like, that looks sick. Do one of these as well. I don't think we can take any of this stuff off, can we? Not in the front anyway. The rear hatch, can we take that off? Nope, we can't. I'm pretty sure this is all, like, it comes off in, like, massive pieces anyway. So, I don't know. That's pretty much what the interior looks like. Full carbon, everything. Steering wheel. Super intricate cage inside as well. Looks good. Looks very good. All the buttons on the dash, of course. Again, I really do wish that we had some sort of button to adjust the DRS. I think that would be very, very sick. What is this thing? Yeah, it looks great. It looks great. Someone's gotta find some sort of a detail in this car that they're gonna realize that it's not correct. I feel like Forza has been doing this now for a little while, where they just kind of mess up some of the bits and pieces with the cars, especially with the newest GT3 RS, where the logo isn't the same. But the thing is, though, with the logos for that car, for whatever reason, they're something to do with trademarking and copywriting and stuff like that, and their licensing. So obviously they're not allowed to use the correct logo. But it's strange because on this car, they can use the correct logo for the back. That's the GT3 and then the R as well. Whereas on the GT3 RS, the RS part of it is completely different. If you look at the wheels of the GT3 RS, it's got the RS logo from like the Ford Focus RS. It's basically Ford's RS logo instead of Porsche's one. But again, it's something to do with licensing, which I have no idea that was really a thing. Anyway, this thing looks great. Let's do stuff to it. Since we are in Forza, we can change a bunch of things in this car. A bunch of different engines available for this thing. They get slapped into it. I might as well just put the 918 engine in it, because that's probably going to be the most powerful one. All-wheel drive, do we all-wheel drive swap this thing? I feel like it might ruin the car a little bit, but I'm kind of tempted to just do it anyway, just to see what it's capable of. It's already on race tires, so I'm not going to be doing anything there. We'll go with slightly wider for the front and the rear, and change my track width as well, which I feel like that might also help with our handling a little bit with this car. What are we looking at for this? I'm going to put 7-speed in it, carbon drive shaft, race diff. Again, all of that is pretty much adjustable already. We're already on stock brakes, which apparently are not as good as the aftermarket carbon ceramics that we have available. Adjustable suspension is already on this thing. We'll make it nice and light. I mean, those stats look ridiculous, though. Have a look at those stats. That's pretty mad. I'm kind of tempted to just... Okay. I was going to say, can we get this thing to 998? Okay. Let's keep it at the top of S2. Let's keep it at the top of S2. And maybe do like a hill climb run with this car. Maybe try and bring it up the Volcan Sprint. That sprint event. Which brings you up the mountain pass. We could probably try and see if it's any good there. So these are all the this is basically the standard setup here. So I'm going to try and adjust some of this to my liking and see if it's capable of doing the hill climb. With the parts that are on it now. I feel like this is one event that it's actually very difficult to get like the perfect car for. But I do want to try it anyway. I think this thing from lower speeds is going to be absolutely crazy. The car that I've used to go up is the BTTB, which I'm not going to get anywhere near the BTTB because that thing's just way too OP. Hopefully this game proves me wrong, but I don't think I will end up getting anywhere near that car. But I still want to try it, and I still want to see what sort of time we can squeeze. Bring this thing uphill. It might be a little understeery now, due to the fact that we've also, first of all, made it all-wheel drive, and also because it's a Porsche. So, that balance there might be a little bit off now. I tried to make it so it doesn't understeer as much. Have a bit more power going to the rear wheels. I've adjusted my suspension setup as well so it doesn't... understeer. Yeah, you can see how much faster the BTTB is. It actually doesn't understeer at all. This is nice. It's very well balanced. It just feels so antsy. It just feels like it wants to go faster and faster. And this is definitely a track that obviously makes you slow down so much, so quickly after taking the corner. Like, you immediately, like, as soon as you start accelerating, you have to slow down again for the next one. And the thing is, they're really, really tight corners as well, so you have to be very careful. Yeah, I definitely thought this was going to understeer a lot more than it is. Those brakes are so good, though. Oh my god, that brake change was crazy. I'm surprised they're so much better than the stock ones, because I'm pretty sure, like, we're on, like, racing base, so surely these are going to be on... These are going to be ceramics anyway, as standard on the car, so I'm a little surprised that we can have upgraded brakes, because there are some cars in this game that come with carbon ceramics as standard, that you can't actually change the brakes on. I knew that was going to happen. I let it go a bit too wide. Should have changed down a gear into third. That's okay, it doesn't really matter. I just kind of wanted to check it out and see what it was like on a track like this. I could even try it on one of the newer tracks. Should I try that? I might try it on one of the newer tracks. A sprint track that doesn't require me to do this many slowdowns, I guess. The only thing though with those tracks is that they're gonna be populated by power builds. I think power builds or the BTTB. Those cars are gonna be the ones that are gonna be the top dogs in those tracks. So I don't think this is gonna be good for that, but I want to try it anyway. So it's an interesting one. Like I said, I thought it was gonna be a lot more understeery, or yeah, a lot more understeery than what it is now, which it just isn't at all. It's actually really well balanced. But I definitely do think that it's not going to be like a meta car or anything like that. Maybe keeping it rear wheel drive could possibly do it as well. You could probably keep it rear wheel drive and go really fast on some of these tracks, but I don't really know. See, a track like this one, you could probably work on. Like, this one's not really that long. It's only 3.6 miles. What are we looking at? What was the car that I used for this? Was it the Volcan? Most recently. Huh? Oh, this was the GT3 RS. I was like, wait, what? I didn't use this car on this track. Oh, we could try and see what it's like versus the normal GT3 RS. There you go. Perfect. What a perfect car to take her on this track. So this is the race car version of the car that I'm driving right now. Oh, sorry, the other way around. This is the race car version of the car that I drove around that track already. And I selected myself as the ghost. That was perfect comparison. I completely forgot that I used that car on this track. Alright. Let's go and see how close we can get both of these. I think this has a lot more downforce. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. I went too fast and I slowed down way too quickly, and then I tried to push out the corner way too quick as well. Just everything that I've done there, I did too late. I wish you could turn your ghost off mid-event. That's from Gran Turismo. Wow. Can you tell the difference between this and the GT3 RS yet, everyone? So I can. It is significantly faster. Significantly faster car. Picks up speed quicker, takes corners faster. I don't actually know if it has a higher top speed though. But that is a quicker time already in my very first attempt. It's a very good car. Very, very good. And like I said, you can see the difference between this and the normal GT3 RS. Even when it's tuned, and I've tuned them both very similarly, and I'm still almost a second and a half faster than the regular GT3 RS. Cool car. I like it. Try it out for yourselves. Let me know what you think of it. If you've used any sort of special tools or anything like that, send them over to my Discord. Link to that is down in the description box below. Go check. Go click the link tree. I was gonna say go check it out. Go click the link tree and you can join the Discord through that. And yeah, let's have a look at where I'm in the world. You can send over tunes, by the way, over there. I feel like I'm getting very distracted because I'm kind of excited. I want to see where am I in the world? So I was already top 1000 with the normal GT3 RS. I now should be even higher. Yeah, 597 with this thing. It's a good car. It is a good car. Not meta or anything like that, but it is a very good car. Yeah, like I said, try it out for yourselves. Let me know what you think of it. And that's it. 911 GT3R. Super, super sick car. And that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.